I feel like you guys can't even tell that I'm like wearing a top. I need to change the tripod around. Actually, okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Yes, look at that. I'm just sitting on a box and I didn't have to change any of my filming equipment around. This is nice. I wanted to make sure that you guys can tell that I'm fully clothed. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Blair Fowler. I do videos online. Obviously, you're watching one of them, and I focus mainly on beauty, but in 2017, I kind of transferred my channel to be a lot more vlogs and more lifestyle videos. So I wanted to come on here and do a best of 2017. So I thought I was just gonna do my favorite beauty products that I loved in 2017 that I'm definitely going to be using in 2018. But then I thought that because my channel is kind of a little more lifestyle now, I could throw in some things that maybe aren't beauty, but like my favorite TV show and things like that. I thought that would be kind of like a fun spin on it. And so I wanted to do this for you guys, and I am going to be changing up my background. I thought that I would do it before I filmed this video so that like all of my sit down videos in 2018 have a more fun background. I'm not really crazy about just like this backdrop, but I didn't get around to it, and it was getting further and further into January, and I was like, if you wanna film this video, girl, you need to sit your butt down and do it, because it is gonna be April before you know it, and you're gonna be on here like, these are my favorite products from 2017, and that probably wouldn't make any sense for anyone. So I used to do a lot of favorites videos on my channel, but I really haven't been doing them that much anymore, so I feel like this is an entire year of favorites, like bundled into one video, wrapped with a bow, and like, just chucked at you. So new background is coming soon. I wanna do something with a little more personality and not just like a piece of paper on the wall, basically. But 2018 is gonna be so exciting for me. This is going to be my 10-year anniversary of doing YouTube videos. So that's really exciting for me, an entire decade. I did take some time off here and there, so I feel like it hasn't been like a consistent decade, but I did start doing like my first videos 10 years ago this year, so that's really exciting for me. Like I said, my channel kind of changed up a little bit in 2017. I started doing some more lifestyle videos and vlogs, and so I wanted to make sure that I incorporated some things that weren't beauty into this video in case you wanted to hear more of like that side of things, because I do have a lot of viewers that tell me that they prefer like the vlog and just the personal side of things. They're not really here for the makeup or the beauty, so I'm gonna start off with everything else, then I'll go into beauty. And if you want to stick around and hear my favorite beauty products, then that is for you. If you guys have not already done so, I would love if you want to tap that subscribe button down below and join me on my 2018 video journey. I know that I ramble a lot, so this video is probably going to be pretty long, so I do want to get into it, but I just kind of want to take you guys back a year and remind you of where we were a year ago. So the day after Christmas of 2016, so on December 26, 2016, I went ice skating in Central Park with my sister, and I broke my humerus in half. I ended up being on bed rest for over a month. We tried to get the arm to heal on its own, and I wasn't really on bed rest. I feel like I put myself on bed rest. I was more on like, you can't really do anything with that arm, but I was also in so much pain, and I was pretty like drugged up that it basically turned out being bed rest. But yeah, I didn't really leave the bed that much, if you're wondering, but we tried to let my arm heal naturally and just like fuse back together, but the bone wasn't calcifying and wasn't going to fit properly back together, and they said you might be able to see a little bit of a deformity in my arm if I just let it heal on its own. So we decided to go ahead and do the surgery. So there is a big metal plate with 7 screws in my arm right now, and that really is how I started off 2017. I was in bed in a whole lot of pain, and I had a broken arm, and then after I got the surgery, I had to kind of rest while that was healing and then go into physical therapy, and that really took up a big chunk of my 2017. I know it seems like it wouldn't, but just going through all of that, I feel like when I look back on 2017, that's gonna be like one of the things that I really remember. I also relaunched Glitzy Glam, which is an online web store that my mom, my sister, and I have had since 2009, and we took a break from it, and then we came back and we relaunched it this year, and it's basically like my little baby, and I've just had so much fun working on that. So that was really exciting for me, and like finding employees to help me ship everything out and being able to find new products to add to the site that we didn't have, you know, years ago. I think that that was really fun. The most YouTube thing, I guess, in 2017 is that I really found a new passion for videos, and I was so excited just to wake up and be talking to you guys, and I found that through daily vlogging, actually. So I do not so daily vlogs, so they're like not absolutely every day, because some days I have times where I literally don't do anything and I'm like, this is so boring, no one wants to see this. But I did start vlogging more. I wasn't as focused on how my makeup looked and like what I looked like, which I feel like a lot of times in beauty videos is kind of the point of them. And I was just getting to talk to you guys and just like be myself, and I had so much fun with that. And so that is going to be a big part of my channel in 2018. I definitely want to keep up vlogging, and that is something that I'm so excited about. But I do want to talk about my favorite thing from 2017, like my favorite material item. Obviously, this isn't my favorite thing of 2017. Like my favorite thing is like my friends, my family. Like obviously I could go into an entire other video about that, but my favorite actual like thing in 2017, which I have a funny story about, so I feel like I want to tell you guys. And a few people have asked me about this necklace. So I have this necklace that has a tiny, tiny little heart on it. And this was actually my Christmas present in 2016 from my boyfriend. So I'm wearing it all through 2017 into like, I want to say this was maybe around like March. Like it was still pretty early in 2017. And I wore it every single day. And I was on a lot of painkillers at this time. I had just had my surgery and I was healing, and I don't have an answer for what happened, but I lost it. Like it was gone. I was sure that it was never to be found again. It's on a super, super dainty chain, and it's just like when you take it off, it's just so little, like it could be sucked up by a vacuum. Like I was like, it's definitely gone. Like I don't have this. So I spent the majority of the year without it, but then right before Christmas of this year, actually when I was packing to go back to Tennessee, I found it. It was like tangled up with some other necklaces that I had that are like this same gold chain, and so I didn't even realize, but then I was trying to untangle the necklace because I was like, oh, do I want to take this one? And this fell out of it right before the Christmas of this year. So it was like an entire year later. So it was like another Christmas gift to myself, and I was so excited that I found it. And I just told my boyfriend, like, I promise I won't lose whatever gift you get me this year. But it is definitely my favorite thing. It is a tiny, tiny little heart, and it has 3 tiny little diamonds in it. And I like to say that one is for my boyfriend, one is for Teddy, and one is for Mochi, my 2 dogs. And it's just like my favorite thing. So I put it on when I found it, and it has not come off since. Moving on to entertainment, I wanted to talk about my favorite TV shows of 2017. Obviously, hands down, my favorite one, it has got to be Riverdale. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments. I am obsessed with Riverdale. Also, I've always loved Grey's Anatomy. I know a lot of people stopped watching it because it's been on for like a bajillion seasons and people got bored of it, but I am still a very avid Grey's watcher. And the cliffhanger that they left us on at the end of 2017 has really been like disrupting my soul, if I'm being honest with you guys. And I am just like, no, it is about to start back up again. So I'm very excited about that. I will be like glued to my TV screen that night because I just really, really need to know what's gonna go on. And Pretty Little Liars came to an end, and it was always one of my favorite shows. And so I really liked how they ended it. I know there were a lot of different reactions to how it was ended. Like a lot of people liked it, a lot of them didn't. I thought they tied it up nicely in the little bow. Like they kind of explained how everything was happening. A lot of people say that they like didn't know who they should make A, B, so they had to like just make up this character that somehow was like there for all of this stuff. I don't know. I think that they did a good job, and I really liked that show. So I feel like, I don't know, I enjoyed it. So the next kind of entertainment thing I want to talk about are my favorite books that I read, or in my case, listened to in 2017. Audible is a sponsor of mine. They are sponsoring this video. Want to be super like clear and transparent with that. And I'm going to tell you guys some of my favorite books that I listened to this year. I prefer listening to books because I feel like I can get a lot more done. I don't just have to sit there and like only be reading a book. I can be working out, I can be driving and doing my makeup. I always put on an audiobook when I'm doing my makeup. That is like my thing. So I'm always listening to something, and I have some favorite books that I wanted to tell you guys about. If you guys have never used Audible before, you can go to audible.com/Blair, or you can text Blair to 500 500. I'm gonna type both of this out right here with like the spelling and everything, audible.com/Blair or Blair to 500 500, and you can get your first month's membership for free, which is basically a free book. So regardless of what the price of the book is, it is one Audible like membership credit, so you can download that book. So I wanted to tell you guys what some of my favorite books are. Audible is probably one of my most used apps on my phone, and like I said, I'm not just saying this because they are sponsoring me. If you have watched my vlogs for a while or my other videos, you know that I'm absolutely obsessed with Audible. My favorite book that I read in 2017 is actually a series. It's a trilogy called The Royals, and it's by Erin. The first one is Paper Princess, the second one is Broken Prince, and the third one is Twisted Palace. I recommend this so much. I know that Elle loved it, I loved it, and it is such a good book. Another book that I loved is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, and this one was really fun to listen to rather than read because they had different narrators reading off the different people, because like each chapter of the book was a different person and you got to know the narrator's voice and who was talking, and I really enjoyed that. A lot of the books I listen to are just, you know, the same person reading it throughout, so that was really fun for me. And then I also read Three Dark Crowns and The Gender Game that I really loved. So I read some other books or listened to. Would you guys call it reading, or is it like listening to? I don't know. I read some other books throughout the year, obviously, but those I would say are my absolute favorite. So if you guys have never used Audible, I really, really love it. And if you guys want to go to audible.com/Blair or text Blair to 500 500, you can get your first month's membership for free, and that is basically like a free book, and those are the books that I recommend. Now we're gonna head into beauty, but that's like kind of some favorite like lifestyle things, like my necklace and then books and TV shows and stuff, but I do want to head into beauty. So the very first thing that I want to talk about has my hair all wrapped in it, which I probably should have cleaned out before I was filming this, but like I didn't. So here you go. Here is a hairy wand. So this little handy dandy tool is called the Blowout Babe. It is by a brand called Amika, and you can get this at Sephora. And this is something that I have just been obsessed with. A lot of people have been asking me what I do for my hair when it's straight, but it has some body still and it's not just like super, super stick straight. And this is my answer. My friend Remy actually recommended this to me. This is what she was using. And I always asked her, I was like, do you get a blowout like every single day? And she was like, no, it's this brush that you have to try. So I tried hers, and then I was like, okay, I need this, and I got me one. I love the look of a fresh blowout, but I'm not crazy about sitting there and actually blowing out my hair with a round brush. I would much rather just blow dry it normally and then go in with the styling iron. I know that's a personal preference for me. Some of you might not find blowing it out with a round brush hard, but I just think that this way is a lot easier. Even if I'm gonna be curling my hair with a curling iron, I still personally like to go through my hair with this first. I just feel like it smooths everything out and just gives me a really good base to go in and curl. So I use this pretty much every single day, and I do get a lot of questions about how I do my hair. If you guys want to see a tutorial, I mean, it's really simple. You literally just brush it through your hair. But if you do want to see a tutorial, I can film that for you guys. But that is definitely my favorite like beauty tool of 2017, I would say. Moving on to actual makeup. 2017 was definitely the year of my skin. I have always wanted clear skin, but I've struggled with acne for years and years and years. Literally as long as I can remember, I've had like pimples on my face. And it was something that I went to multiple dermatologists for, and so many of them told me just use a gentle cleanser and a gentle moisturizer and don't do too many crazy products with your face, and tried that a lot throughout the years. I also tried using different like systems that different companies sell where you get like a cleanser, a toner, and moisturizer and all that sort of stuff. I've tried like making my own kit with like my favorite cleanser, my favorite toner, and nothing ever made my skin the way it is now. So I finally went to a dermatologist in Beverly Hills named Dr. Bashi, and he is at the Zeo Skin Center. And so he told me this whole regimen of products that I should be using by Zeo Skin Health, and that is one of these products right here. And when he was first telling me this, I was like, he's trying to get me to buy all of these products because like this is his office, and that makes sense, but the proof is in the pudding. And honestly, like I have never been so happy with my skin. I did put a lot of that journey in my vlog videos, and you can actually see my skin changing in those videos, and it is something that I'm like mad it took me so long to figure out the products that worked for me, but I also understand. He did put me on a oral medication that I take for my acne, and then I also have these skincare items. I think it is important to actually meet with a dermatologist who knows the products to tell you what products you should be using, because there are so many and they like custom do your line for you. But one product that I think would be good for literally anyone, and I'm so freaking obsessed with it, and it is like literally a holy grail item of mine now, I don't think I will ever stop using it, is the Zeo Skin Health Oclipse Sunscreen Plus Primer. So it is an SPF 30. It is also a makeup primer, and it has a little bit of a tint to it. So after I wash my face and I do like my toning steps and stuff, I put this on in the morning, and it goes ahead and it takes care of skincare, primer, and it dulls down any like excess redness that you have on your skin or any discoloration, because it has a tiny bit of tint in it, but not enough. Like I've used tinted moisturizers before that when you put it on, it makes you look like you just put on like foundation and nothing else. Like you can't see like any natural rosiness of your cheeks or any of like your natural skin really. And what I like about this is it doesn't do that. And I feel like my foundation has never been as good as when I use this. Like it is, I can't even say enough amazing things about this. So I think it is safe to say that this will work for pretty much everyone. It's for all skin types, and anyone can use, you know, an SPF, a primer, and a little bit of tint. So I think that will work. It is a very, very pale tint, just so you guys know. And I am very pale, so it works for me, but I feel like it also blends out well when you are a little bit more tan, because I did have a fake tan when I went to Mexico over New Year's, and I was like, ooh, is this gonna make my face look even lighter? But it just like, I don't even know what it does. It just like sinks into your skin, and it just feels so freaking good. So I would definitely recommend this to you guys. I don't feel comfortable recommending any of the other products because I don't know how your skin is, and I think that all of the products are different for each person, obviously. So I think you would need to meet with someone and figure out what products are good for you. Next, I'm gonna go into some foundations. So I have two favorite foundations for 2017 that I am probably, I'm sure I'll try other foundations in 2018, and it's only January, but for now I can only see myself wearing these two. So the first one is the Fenty Beauty Foundation. Holy jumpin' catfish, you guys. This is an incredible foundation. Before I started my new skincare routine, I had super oily skin. Like I used to say that if you take me outside on a hot day, you could probably fry a fish on my face because there's just like bubbling oil on my skin. Like I had super, super, super oily skin, and this was one of the only foundations that I felt like worked really well for that. Then fast forward to after I've been doing this skincare system, and my skin has gotten so dry. I've never had such dry skin in my entire life, and it was like a complete 180, and this is the only foundation that I used to use that I feel like still looks good on dry skin. So I don't know what is in this, but this is amazing. The reason that I don't only use this is because it is a little bit dark for my skin. I don't know why. when I bought it, I feel like I was just as pale as I am now, but it is the shade 200 and it is like way too dark for me right now. So I do have the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, and this is in the lightest shade they make, which is 705 Ivory. This says lightweight full coverage makeup. It also has some SPF in it and it is oil free. I did not like this when I had oily skin. So if you guys have oily skin, I would definitely not recommend this foundation. At least I did not like it. I feel like it kind of like slipped all over my face, and no matter how much powder I put on, it wasn't really working. But this is what I'm wearing right now. This is what I have been wearing, unless I'm wearing this one, which I haven't worn recently in a video because I haven't really, you know, been that tan. But for the most part, this is what I'm always wearing, and I like that it is so inexpensive. It's easy to get. I can go into any drugstore pretty much and they have it. I love the coverage. I love the price. Like, there are just so many things I love about this foundation. But if you have normal to dry skin, I would definitely recommend it. I know a lot of my friends who have oily skin really love it as well. It didn't work for my oily skin, but that doesn't mean that it won't work for your oily skin. So coming on to the highlight, baby. I feel like 2017 highlight was like such a big thing. Like, everyone wanted their glow to be poppin', and I tried so many different highlighters, but hands down my favorite one is Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics. It is just like the absolute best that I have used, and the color works so well. This is my go-to highlighter. I have a lot of different ones that I've tried, but nothing just gives me this glow and works so well with my skin tones. It is like my holy grail highlight product, and I used it the entire year of 2017, and I don't see myself stopping. So I felt like it deserved to be in this video, even though it's not like a very fun, exciting product, because I feel like everybody talks about that product. Another one that literally everyone talks about, and I feel like I always have like a new fresh one of these. I don't think I've ever hit pan on one of these, but I don't ever remember like repurchasing this. It just lasts forever, and it's the Nars Orgasm blush. This is the blush that I wear pretty much every day. I'm boring with some things, like once I get in my little routine and I like to use the same things, I keep using it, but this is known as like the best universal cult favorite blush, and I feel like so many people like it just because they think they're supposed to, but I actually love the way it looks on my face. Most of the time when I touch up my makeup, I'm looking at making sure that my eyelashes are still glued on, A, B, like touching up my lips and stuff and seeing if I need to put any concealer anywhere. But touching up this blush, I don't know what it is, but it just gives your face like a fresh pop, and so I always carry this in my purse as well, or if I remember to put it in there, I will take that with me, and I do feel like it makes a difference. So I feel like that is another tried and true. Every single person that uses this, I feel like, really loves it. There are tons of dupes out there. I've tried a lot of them. I think the color looks the same, but there is just something about the way that this one applies and it sits on your foundation and on your skin. I just think it is so beautiful, and I love the blush with the Champagne Pop highlight. I think it's perfect. And then to finish off this kind of, you know, section, I have my bronzer. So this is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Light Medium Matte Bronzer. Holy cow, you guys, this is so delicious. This smells like a chocolate bar, and yes, it makes your face smell like a chocolate bar, and I love it. Every single day when I wake up in the morning and I'm like putting on my makeup, I smell this, and like I am so excited when it's on my brushes and my brushes smell like this. I love it. If you are not a big chocolate or sweets person, you are probably going to hate this product, but if you are into that kind of thing, I definitely recommend this. And this is a really, really good color if you have super fair skin. I feel like a lot of things I've been showing you guys are good if you have really pale skin, but I do. So I just have a few products left. One of them are the eyelashes that I've been loving. My favorite lashes, I would have to say, are the Ardell Wispies. I also really like the Ardell Demi Wispies and the Double Up Wispies, which is where they basically just go ahead and place two of these on top of each other, and then you glue that onto your eye together. You can double them up yourself if you want to. It's completely, you know, whatever you want to do. But any of the wispy ones from Ardell are my favorite lashes, and what I wear pretty much anytime I don't have eyelash extensions on. So right now, pretty much all of my eyelash extensions have fallen out. So I wanted to go ahead and do this just so I don't have like 3 random little eyelash extensions like sticking out, like I wanted to have, you know, a full set of lashes. But those are definitely my favorite lashes. And I have to say, if you're not great at putting on fake lashes or you feel like they always look a little weird, make sure that you're looking for one that has like a clear band on it. When you get the ones that have a super dark, thick band, I find that those are way harder to put on, and with my eye shape, it never works. Like I cannot get those on for the life of me, so I definitely recommend going with this if you're a beginner or if you're having trouble getting those lashes on. I see so many girls on like Instagram putting those thick banded lashes on, and I'm like, how? Like how? My eyes do not do that. I also have learned that I have really short eyes because I have to trim my lashes a lot. And my friend Diana, who actually lives in the building and she is also another beauty YouTuber, she gave me a pair of lashes because she was wearing them one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I was obsessed with her lashes, and she was like, I have an entire like box of them here, I'll give you a pair. So she gave me a pair and I took them home. First off, I had to cut off like half of them, literally, just to make them size my eye. And then they were like touching my eyebrows, and on her, she said she doesn't have to trim them at all, and like they just look so perfect. So lashes are definitely tricky for each person, but I would recommend trying the Ardell Wispies if you want to, and if you haven't tried them before, I definitely really like them. And then for lips, I feel like my 2017 favorites would not be complete without talking about the Kylie Lip Kit in Candy K. This has definitely been my most worn lip product, and this is actually my second one. I also have the lip liner somewhere, probably in one of my purses, but I am absolutely obsessed with this. I get so many compliments every time I wear this lip color, and you guys are always asking me what lip color I'm wearing when I have this on, and I would say 9 times out of 10, if you're asking me what lip color I'm wearing and it looks like it might be close to this, it is probably this, except today. I'm not wearing this. Today I'm actually wearing Chihuahua by Too Faced. It's one of the melted ones. I do love this, but I just recently got it, so I'm not gonna like say it's one of my favorites for 2017, but like maybe you're gonna see this in 2018. But another lip product I've been loving is the Huda Beauty, so I just grabbed 2 of them. This is Sugar Mama and the pencil is in Venus, but I have a few different combos of the lip liner and the liquid lipstick, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this formulation. I think I actually prefer this to the Kylie Lip Kits, but there's something about this Candy K color that I just cannot get enough of, and it always looks so, so good. So my very last favorite is something that I've kind of been collecting over 2017. This was not something that I bought all in one go, but I'm really loving, and so I just grabbed a few to show you guys. But these are the Sephora makeup brushes. I think they're like the Pro collection, yeah. They all say Pro on them, so I'm guessing that's what they are. When I first started really getting into makeup and doing these YouTube videos and trying to build my makeup collection, it was all about collecting all of the MAC brushes. And to be honest, I don't even know why that is. Like, I don't know who decided MAC brushes were gonna be like the it brushes to use, but it was like a universal language. Like, we would all be like, now take your 217 or your 224, and everyone just knew what we were talking about. And it was always MAC brushes, and I feel like I didn't really know a lot about it. I just knew that that's what I needed to have. And for years, you guys, I used my MAC brushes. Over the years, I tried lots of different brushes that I would love, but I would always go back to my MAC brushes. Like, I don't know what it was, but I think it was a combination of like spending a lot of money on them. And so I felt like I needed to get my use out of them. And I know everyone said if you take care of them, they will last you so long. And I just never really realized how much they would like shed on my face or shed when I was cleaning them, or the foundation brushes would like give me lines when I was trying to buff it out. Like, I just never really paid as much attention to that. I just thought that's the way makeup brushes were. And then in 2016, I got my first Sephora Pro brush, and literally I was like, wait, what is this sorcery? Like, what in the world is this? So throughout all of 2017, I was collecting these makeup brushes. I now have pretty much a whole set. There are a few brushes that I don't have from Sephora that I'm still using my MAC ones, but pretty much every time I go into Sephora, almost every time, I'll splurge and like get another brush because they are expensive. And so I feel like it is something that you have to build up over time. But I will say that every single morning, I think to myself like, wow, this brush is so soft, or wow, this is applying it so well. And it was years that I was using the MAC brushes that I just didn't realize that they're good. I'm not saying they're not good. Anyone who has MAC brushes, I'm not saying anything bad about it. Like, go you, they are good brushes. these brushes are great, and I have just really been liking them, so I wanted to make sure that I put it in this video. But I feel like this has turned into, oh my goodness, I didn't even show you guys like my favorite beauty product, the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. Obviously, I'm sure all of you guys have seen this. She is a huge beauty YouTuber. She came out with her own eyeshadow palette. I love this so much. I actually got this right before they came out with the new packaging, which is like sleeker and easier to clean, and it also has all of the eyeshadow names on the back. She even said she like put it on the back so that if you're filming a video, you can hold it up and be like, this one's this. And I'm like, oh, that would have been nice to get that one, but I didn't. I already had this one. So I've been using this and loving this, and I definitely recommend it if you want to kind of start playing with different eyeshadows and you want to have some fun colors, but you're also more into neutrals. I feel like this would be a really fun kit for you, and it is pretty inexpensive for what you're getting, I think. In my opinion, I really like it. So I have just talked your ear off for way longer than I intended, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and tap that bell and subscribe. You will never miss a video if you're notified. You see what I did there? Change vlog to video. And I am definitely excited for 2018 and all the videos that are to come this year. I think it's gonna be a really fun year on my channel. I'm really excited about new videos that I'm wanting to film, so leave in the comments below any requests. I'm definitely gonna keep doing vlogs and beauty videos, obviously, but if you guys wanna see any other videos, if you wanna see more like routine videos or more just like sit down where I'm like showing you guys things, or if you want more tutorials, like tell me whatever you want down in the comments down below. If you have a favorite thing from 2017, it can be a food, a movie, a book, a makeup product, like anything, go ahead and leave it down in the comments, and I would love to read your recommendations. My favorite part after I upload a new video is being able to go down and read all of your comments. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so excited for 2018, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.